Welcome back to ABC Sports and Press Box presentation of the greatest game ever played. Jamie Costello and two guys who played in the greatest game ever played. Need no introduction. Art Donovan, Jim Mutscheller. Guys, do you get tired of talking about this thing 50 years later? Because we've sure been talking a lot about it in Baltimore, and people love it.
Yes, it's, well, it was a great thrill.
To be
what
a part
can you
of.
say? The opportunity to be on a team that we had and to win the national championship, you know, it was just a great thrill for me and a great, I think, for all of us. And it seems like it just won't go away.
Well, the Giants had, they were the odds-on favorite to win this game. Artie, going up, leaving from Friendship, going up to New York. How'd you feel going into this game?
Well, we got off the bus, and a fireman hollered to me, "Hey, Donovan, I hope you're better than when you played at Mount St. Michael's." I said, "I don't know."
We're going to find out,
Like
right?
the comment just says you're on camera one. It takes you back to parochial school when you had to go to the bathroom. You say, "Sister, I got to do number one."
Hey, you went home, though. You were going home. This was in front of family, your friends. This is a big deal, playing for the championship.
My whole family were Giant fans. What do you? Even I was a Giant fan growing up.
Sure.
But of course, you made all that money and you became a Colt fan.
Jim, what was the game like? You played at Notre Dame. College football was king. Did you feel like it was almost a step down coming into the NFL back in the 50s?
Well, let's say it's gotten a lot bigger than it was when I started. 1954, I don't know, seems to me if we got 30,000 there for a game, it was a big thing. So.
All right, I know I want to talk about you going home. Jim went back to Friendship Airport. We'll tell about what that was like. But you went home. What did you do? 4 miles away? 4 blocks?
I went home with, first of all, during the game, I had my father on the sidelines. I got him a sideline ticket. And the guy sitting alongside of him was a fella that really got me interested in playing football. He was one of my heroes. So anyway, he was a captain in the police department in New York City, and he was in charge of all the cops at the stadium. So Weeb says to the cop in front of our bench, "Get that man off the bench." And the cop looked at Weeb and says, "Coach, you go before him." Because that man is Jesus Christ.
Big stuff. Jim, you could have been Alan Amici. I mean, everybody remembers his touchdown. You catch a ball from John. It's icy. You go out of bounds, I guess, the 1-2 yard line. You think about that? If you could have turned it upfield, they'd be writing the books about you?
Well, I couldn't handle it. Alan did a better job of handling it. But it was, the field was icy down there, and everybody said, "What happened?" I know John says to Unitas many times afterwards, he said, "Mutscheller, I tried to make you a hero, and look, what do? You slide out of bounds."
Did you know that John Unitas was going to be one of the greatest by then? Did you know that this guy was something special?
I would say yes. I think in 1957, John started to get to play in the middle of 56, and then in 57, you could just sense that he had something special about him. His confidence, his toughness, his ability to concentrate and get the job done under a lot of difficult circumstances. You could kind of tell that he's going to do it.
And Artie, this was the guy when you first saw him. You wondered who he was, right?
I was on the training table up in training camp, having my feet massaged. And Unitas was alongside of me laying on the table. And I said to the assistant trainer, Spasoff, I said, "Hey, Spasoff, who's that guy on the table there?" He says, and he's got a hot pad on his shoulder. He says, "That's Unitas from Pittsburgh or something." I said, "What does he play?" He says, "He's a quarterback." I said, "Got a quarterback with a bad arm? He's never going to make it."
So much for your scouting report, right, Artie?
Take me into that huddle, that last play, calling Amici's number. Take me into Johnny calling that play.
That seems like, I don't really remember that, but it was an unusual play. If you look at the game, earlier in the game, Allen was running the ball straight up the middle, if you remember, and we were ahead 14-3, and we're down there ready to score, and we can't get in. And John came up with this play. I don't remember running that play because it was Allen in the fullback position, going off tackle. He went in the 6-hole, which is, fairly wide. I mean, the 8 holes around the end, the 6 holes out there.
Tackle, yeah.
And John came up with that play, and I'm thinking,
I guess he knew something, right?
But anyhow, the thing worked so well, it was, I think they were overcompensating to figure we're going up the middle again, and we didn't go up the middle. We went off tackle.
Artie, how nervous were you on the big drive to tie it, Steve Myra? Because he wasn't automatic. That wasn't Matt Stover on the field goal, right?
All I can remember, I was telling Jimmy this the other day. They got a picture of Winky. I mean, Steve. We call him Winky and mumbles because he's always winking. And I talk bad enough, but he was really bad. Well, if you see the picture of him kicking a field goal, you see me alongside the center, number 70, flat on my ass.
You got
they
run
had
over?
a game. Did I get run over? And I said, oh, my God, if they blocked the kick. So I'll run right to the locker room. But
The Gifford thinking that he got the first down. What'd you tell Gifford
I told Gifford, I said, you didn't make the first down. Go back to the huddle. The next time I saw him, I said, Gifford, you didn't make it again. And we won the game. That's all.
And now in the special, they proved it with lines and engineers. They said he still didn't get the first down, right? You knew that 50 years ago.
I could have told him, save him all the money.
We're going to do more with Jim Mutscheller and Art Donovan. That's coming up next. But before we go to break, here's another press box fact of the game. The average NFL salary in 1958 was just $10,000, with the highest paid players making somewhere, like Artie, between $15,000 and $20,000 a year.